right, so join with me here a little bit as we ask this pivotal question: is 5, 8, 10 acres, is that hardly considered a ranch? Now, ranching is often associated with vast, wide open spaces, cowboys, and a whole lot of land, right? But what exactly defines a ranch? I mean, is it just about the size of the land, or is there more to it, In this video, we're going to talk about this. Is it a marketing scheme by the real estate agents and the developers to get people to buy into the ranch lifestyle, or is there really something to it? So when it comes to ranches, there's a whole lot of misconceptions floating around. There really are. Some people think that a ranch has to be thousands of acres with hundreds of head of cattle and a gigantic farmhouse and all this stuff. But the truth is, there's more to it than that. Ranches come in all shapes and sizes. 5 acres, for example, it's a very different story than a 5,000 acre section of land, right? It's a very, very different story. But what does 5 acres really mean in the scale of ranching, in the context of ranching? Can you really call 5 acres a ranch? Or is it just a small farm, or is it just a little bit bigger place you live outside the city? So 5 acres of land, that's a small piece of land no matter how you look at it, but it's a little bit bigger than the city lot, right? More than probably what you get in the suburbs. But it's not just about the size of the land that makes up a ranch, right? It's about what you do with it. It's about how you do what you do with it, right? Whether you're running a little small cattle operation with maybe 5 to 10 head of cattle, which isn't going to make you a lot of money, coincidentally. You're probably going to lose money on that. You do it for tax purposes, right? Or maybe you're using the land to raise them for yourself, then isn't that still a ranch? Is that still a ranch? Just because it's not a massive thing like the King Ranch or the Welder Ranch or something like that, just because it's not some massive operation, doesn't mean that it's not a ranch. It could be your own personal little ranch, right? But at what point does it stop being a ranch and start being just a small farm, a place where you raise cattle for yourself? I think the key difference is I've been in this world for most of my life, and I've been in and out of it. I think the key difference here between a ranch and a small farm and a hobbyist, is the type of operation that you're running. A farm is typically more about growing crops, while a ranch is more about growing a herd, right? Growing the livestock. So I think if you're on 5 acres and you're growing crops, then yeah, you're probably just a small farm. But if you're got cattle and horses and all this other stuff, then I guess that doesn't necessarily make it a ranch, but then it kind of does make it a ranch regardless of the size. So let's talk about livestock capacity, okay? So on 5 acres, you're not going to have a whole lot of livestock. You're not going to be able to raise a whole herd of livestock on 5 acres. But you can still raise a couple, you can still raise what you need, and you can use it for your family. And that's the idea here. It's not just about the number of animals and all this stuff, It's about the quality of the operation and what it means to you. If you're doing it sustainably, maybe, or taking care of the land, and, then it doesn't make it a ranch, but it makes it a piece of something that you own and something that you feel happy with, yeah. When it comes to land usage now, 5 acres might not be a lot, but there's still a lot that you can do with 5 acres, right? You can still have a small pasture, you can still have a garden, you can still have a farmhouse out there. And if you're using the land efficiently and you're using it right, then it doesn't make it a ranch. So what? Who cares, It doesn't really matter. It's just if you're being a good steward of the land, if you're being somebody who loves it, somebody who takes care of it, then what the hell does it matter what you call it? I think there's some amazing examples out there of small ranches. I think they're kind of caught being struggled in this definition, and oftentimes real estate agents and these ranch developers and these land people use it as a marketing tool. And there are some people who are raising a few cattle on just a few acres, and they're doing right by it because they're doing it by themselves. Maybe they're just people using the land for regenerative agriculture or something, trying to improve the soil quality there on their little piece of ground. There's people proving that you don't need thousands of acres to be a rancher and to be a good, sustainable steward of the land that you're on. So what's the takeaway from all this? You're probably asking yourself that. Well, size isn't the only factor when it comes to talking about a ranch. Size is not the only factor. It's about what you do with the land. It's about how you're doing it, how you're using the land, how you're taking care of it, whether it's 5 acres or a full section. If you're raising livestock or if you're using the land sustainably, then yeah, you can call it a ranch if that's what you want to call it, if that's what makes you happy. So anyway, hey guys, thanks for watching. I'm Matt, and I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. What makes it a ranch to you? What makes it a ranch? And do you think that size matters? That's a pretty applicable question with a lot of things. Do you think size matters? Or is it just about the operation itself, how you use it, right? Anyway, let me know in the comments below. Thank you for watching. Please be sure to like, subscribe, comment, and share. I would really appreciate it. And if you want to learn more about South Texas and our way of life, then be sure to check out my other videos. I'd really appreciate it. Thank you a lot. All right, we'll see you in the next video, everybody. Take care of yourself and each other. Be true, South Texas.